Good morning, welcome to Piece of Pat Paints. I'm Pat, I paint pieces. Or yes, good afternoon or good night, wherever you are. Salutations and greetings and all those things. Anyway, I had a brutal day working today. For those of you who don't follow me, I try to drive Uber in the mornings to make some money, kind of keep things rolling. It's not like this light's so bright. I gotta remember to turn this off. Oh, that's better. So that way when I'm talking, it doesn't like completely blind me. Anyway, so I try to drive the Uber thing just to make a little bit of money. I have 4 kids and they all have lots of things they want. So we are running late today. I'm trying to put my brain into the right place and get. Are you? Yeah. You want to come say hi? Oh, this is butt. Hi, butt. Sometimes he likes attention. Sometimes he does not. And that's cats, right? Cats are just like that. Hello, buddy. I gotta get back to work, though, here in a second. So anyway, yep, it was a crazy day out in traffic today. Several wrecks. There were several wrecks, which is weird. Usually not. Usually there's like one, but today there were several. And then some gentleman left his vape in my back seat, and being the good person that I am, I went and got it back to him because I used to smoke cigarettes, so I kind of get the idea of like you want your vape. Like I totally understand. So I got it back to him, and that took like an extra half an hour, which is why we're here half an hour late. But it's the right thing to do. It is. So anyway, let's get to work because I'm here jabbing my jaws. We got plenty to actually do. Trying to get this. There we go. Ooh. So yeah, trying to get this gal done up, looking really nice. You might want to come back and just do a little line work on some of the upper ends of these scales. Yeah, you can't really tell when you're looking down at it from this angle, but when you're looking at it from this angle, you can see the little lines. It also might be just a tad bit obsessive. So we'll see. Gotta figure out what to do about the eyes. The eyes here are interesting, and we also have the shield and the quiver to attach. I think I'm going to paint the behind this real fast and have that done, and then we will we can attach it and paint the shield, which is great. Come in with a lighter turquoise. We actually might need to do a wash here. We need to do a metal wash on all that metallic anyway, so we might just do the same one. I did go ahead and fix this wrist we were talking about yesterday. It was in pretty bad shape, so I got it re-sculpted, so all that gap that was there is gone. I also took the opportunity while I was there, and this is something I'm working on off screen, but this guy's this part of his head is messed up. So it was actually even this smile was messed up. I carved this very slowly with this tool like this to get that in there, and then give him some sort of an eye socket. I'm still kind of working on getting that face cut back down. So it's not always easy peasy around here. Sometimes there's a little extra stuff you got to do to get these models to look right. So, but yeah, it looked like all this. I think these are some older prints. I think my skill at the washing them had not quite gotten to where it is now, and that's probably what happened. I did start another color test on this guy for some scale testing, which I think I really like. I really like this. It really fits in with the research we were doing on the snakes. If you were here for when we were doing that, So, this is Sir McBeardsly and I often plan things out here on the channel. He may or may not be in later today. He's always working. Which makes me wonder if I shouldn't change it to a better time. And I really end up running around like crazy in the morning. So I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't change the time. Just to make it a little bit less stressful on me. And, you know, maybe I can get more viewers. Who knows? You know, that's the ever present questing thing on the YouTubes, right? Is to try and get as many viewers as you possibly can get at once. I don't know that I do very well. I don't actually pay much attention to that. I did figure out that if I run my YouTube on my phone, while it's watching this, it at least gives me the count for that one person watching. So there's that. And you know, hopefully we'll get booming. I don't think that's the goal though. My goal of the channel really is to just kind of document what I'm doing, and it's kind of fun to be able to go and look back at some of my work when I was first getting back into painting at the beginning of this channel versus like where I'm at with it now, because I've really gotten back. I've almost gotten back to where I was before I quit painting. Well, maybe I'm actually further, really. In some ways, I really think I might be. But yeah, I think I was. Here's the thing I had. I think I had better when I was younger in painting. I had more creativity, I think, back then. It was different. Let's get this camera set to the right place. There we go. Alrighty. We're using that turquoise. Alright. Let that dry up for a second. And we'll put that on there. And I think we can just put this on after we do this wash on this bit here. We can paint it from there. I need to paint this back end really. at least in the places where it might show. Very carefully get all that kind of glued in. You want to leave those little slots right there because that's where it's going to meet up with the mount on the back. This part up here does not meet with that mount, so I want to do all that. And we'll do a different color down here. Maybe, well, you'd want to make it leather, but you also kind of want to make it bronze really pop. Because we'll bronze all the top of this and bronze that. And feathers. Careful about getting too far down. We don't want to actually color the top of that quiver. Try to leave it as dark as possible. Leave it that black color if we can. We definitely want to get some white in here so we can see. One, we'll be able to see what we're doing. And two, it's going to help. You know, one, the feathers, we want to kind of make it a whitish color anyway. And two, it's going to help the colors that we put in here next stand out. Be able to see the shafts of the arrows better, all that stuff. Let that dry. All right. Now we're doing all right. Okay. What color do I want to make that bow? I want it to be metallic. But I don't know that we want to make it red, cool. Right? This is a cadmium, which is kind of an orange or red. It's not quite crimson, which is what we put on her little sarong, whatever this wrap is supposed to be called around her. especially with the blue on the shield. It kind of ties in, like I said, with her wrap, her skirt. I don't know what you want to call that on a snake. Okay. Okay. Not these little baubles in the front. I like that. And we can put some sort of stone or jewel on the front. Oh, we gotta figure out what to do with that one jewel on her hip before we close that section up with the shield. What do we do on the other one? We gotta take a look at it. Yeah, some sort of wrap, and then well, I think we can. Okay, let's do the back of this so we can get these things glued on. And then we'll be able to stop for tomorrow and pick back up tomorrow. Alright, real thin. This is a raw umber. For this back of this, we really can just kind of do that, and it is going to be okay. We might have to pick some stuff out later that we'll be able to see. But even if you're not wanting to try and really fancyify it up, you could just do this and then pick the white out with the, the finer brush once it's dry, and you'd have arrows. And they would look like arrows, and they'd be great. But we kind of want to let that. We're gonna fancyify it up. I might have to do a little bit of work back real quick. We kind of want to pull these shafts out and maybe do some of the backs. See how fast it gets dried. Oh wait, we still need to do that thing. Silly little jewel thing, whatever this thing is. Just a little light work on there. And the first white was to help the color stand out. And now I'm kind of trying to help it look like a crystal. Very small. My hands are shaking a little bit today. It's no fun. No fun to have your hands shaking. The thing is, it's all going to be hidden by a shield anyway, so it doesn't matter. We'll see it. Goodness. Don't smoke cigarettes, kids. I smoked cigarettes when I was younger. Don't do it. It's bad. It's bad for you. Don't smoke cigarettes. Is this the wrong dang hand? It can't be the wrong hand. I just gotta twist it around weird. There we go. I don't know how I twisted it up weird like that. That's who knows. Yeah, I was to be able to get to those pretty easily. Ooh, I should paint the back of that thing. Oh well. Yeah, been in tighter spots than that. By far. Okay, so we gotta let that set up, and then we'll come back and we'll finish those pieces, Get all the rest of the stuff started knocked out. We're almost done. I'm thinking we'll probably be done maybe tomorrow. I still want to do the cobra head marking here, like I did on this one. So we'll have to do that on there, and then we might have to mess with the. We got to do all her face. So maybe tomorrow, if I get a full hour in, I might be able to get. Oop. That would make your sphincter pucker up. Anyway, let's get her crew out here with her. The big homie. It's Mommy and Daddy Snake with all the little snakes. They're really cool. Especially with that bone naga. They'll look really great. So, yeah. Alrighty. Well, shut that down. There we go. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Sorry it's a short show today. But I promised my kids I'd take them to the water park, so I gotta go do that. So I got days get all scrunched in. They're about to go to school, so I'll have more time to do things, which will be great because I won't be hanging out with kids, which I like to hang out with kids. And pretty soon they're all going to be gone, and then it'll just be Kristen and I, which is going to be amazing in its own way, but it'll be sad in another way because it's cool to have the kids around. They're awesome. So I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for everybody who stopped by to watch. Really appreciate it. If you like what you see, give us a like and a subscribe. That helps the little algorithm find more people that might like this thing that I do. Go check out some of my shorts. We've got a lot of the short videos, and a lot of the finished stuff is on the shorts. I think I finally figured out what I want to do with the Batmobile. That's a big project, so I got to accumulate some materials. So, but we are going to revisit the Batmobile. We'll be back there eventually. So stay tuned to that. We're gonna do a whole like street view thing for it to sit on, which is gonna be really cool. I'm really excited to do it. I just gotta get it all. I gotta get it all figured out, and then I gotta get like all the parts to it, and then we can make it. But there's a lot of pieces that go into all that. Other than that, have a great day. Thank you so much for coming to watch. Be good to yourself. Be good to somebody else. Be good. Just be good. It's good. It helps. It really does, especially in this crazy day and age. The more of us that are good to each other, the better the whole world might actually be in the end. So, yeah, be kind. We'll talk to you later.